done a video in a while. It's been a little busy. We had some travel, and then I got the flu. Tom got the flu. I was still healing up from my hand, so we decided to take a break for 2 weeks on videos. This week we're gonna break down our contest schedule. We've got a big contest schedule. It looks like we are doing, let me look down at my notes. We're doing 3 Northeast Barbecue Society events. We are doing 9 KCBS events. We are doing 3 Steak Cookoff Association events and 1 National Grilling through KCBS, which those are all ribeyes, and we'll go more into those in a minute. We start our season off in Kansas City, kind of like a barbecue mecca. I have an opportunity to speak about Kids Q. I decided that since we were on the road, we're gonna go all out and do 2 contests back to back for Steak Cookoff Association. So I'll speak at 3 o'clock on Friday and jump right into a contest at 5 o'clock. Figured no time like the present to try something really challenging, and then that Saturday is a longer event, a couple more categories. There's going to be a steak and a turkey and then a TBA category that we're not really sure about. So we're taking it on the road, and we'll see how we do on the road. We hope not to come in DAL, which means dead ass last. But I don't know, you're able to come, which is nice.
Yeah, I'll be flying in, and instead of packing clothes, I'm going to have a grill in my suitcase. So
the searing station will be in his suitcase, which will be interesting because if he's delayed, I can't cook Friday. So we're going to be really pushing it to the max on Friday night, but we'll make sure it works. We'll get it done.
What I really want to see is the look on the TSA agent's face when he opens up the my suitcase and sees a stainless steel grill instead of where clothes should be.
I want to leave Post-it notes. I want to tell them, like, this is a grill, this is spices, this is the tongs. Like, you know, they're going to look at something and not really realize, you know, what it is. So we should probably tell them.
Probably. Okay, so our first KCBS event of the year, it's actually going to be May 17th to 19th. It's called the Nor'easter Barbecue Showdown. It's in Plymouth, Massachusetts at the Sandy Pond Campground. It's a back-to-back, so we'll be doing KCBS Friday night into Saturday, and then another one Saturday night into Sunday. So that's going to be a fun way to start the season because, you know, we'll see what happens on Saturday and then maybe make a couple of quick corrections and hopefully, you know, have Sunday work out even better.
We're actually lucky enough to have some support there. We have some friends coming in. We're calling them the Anytime Crew. A local business has some friends that come in and they follow us from campground to campground, and we're very thankful for Fred and his crew. Yeah. They're really supportive. They kind of take our leftovers, which is even better because we don't want them at the end of the day. So we're excited to see Fred and that crew.
And there's like 150 years worth of like camping experience between all those guys. So if something goes wrong with our trailer, we ask them what to do about it. And
they're a quick trailer fix for us.
This is like having a pit crew. It's great.
We jump into Sun Barbecue Fest June 1st through the 3rd. This is a fun contest. It's primarily an adult contest. I wouldn't recommend it for kids, but it supports Operation Barbecue Relief, which we're really passionate about. Yep. The day starts on Friday. You get in, you get settled. Saturday is some people's choices. You can volunteer to cook ribs and chicken wings, and then Sunday you go into KCBS, which is your chicken, your ribs, your pork, and your brisket. But they have 2 extra categories. One in dessert. We actually did pretty well in dessert last year. And then they're adding another category of a ribeye, almost like Steak Cookoff Association, but it's KCBS's version of it. That crew will also have the Anytime Crew there, plus Scott and Laura. They were a nice little addition for us. We ran into them when we visited that contest. So that's kind of like a home field for us. We have a lot of visitors at that one. We kind of like it. It's only about an hour away.
Hour and a half. It's at the Mohegan Sun Casino in Uncasville, Connecticut. It's one of the biggest casinos in the East Coast. There's a ton of things to do there besides barbecue, but that weekend in the back is all dedicated. But there's a whole festival going on. If you ever wanted to meet Myron Mixon, that's the weekend to do it because he's usually there, him and his crew, showing off their smokers. There's a whole bunch of different vendors. Our Gunnar Willem knives are there. If you ever want to see great German steel, that's you can see it there.
They're one of our sponsors, and they truly are really kind. Mm-hmm. The other thing is you'll see some teams that you might have seen on TV. You might have seen some other teams that are local that you've heard of names. Teams that have barbecue sauces in local stores, rubs in local store. So it's really a good event to see a lot of the barbecue products around and see some of the people that are using them.
Yeah, last year there were 60 teams. Hopefully there's even more this year.
Yeah, that event's pretty large.
It's a fun event. Then after that, the next weekend, June 7th through 9th, We are going to be at the Granite State Barbecue Championship. That's at the Seven Maples Campground in Hancock, New Hampshire. That is a KCBS event, and it's actually an auto qualifier. What that means is that whoever wins that contest automatically gets to go to the Jack Daniels Invitational, which is like the Super Bowl barbecue. So that attracts a lot of big teams. But it's a great event. The campground is awesome. They've got a giant pool with double water slides.
We can't use the water slides.
We can't use the water slides. They're not barbecue sized, but our kids love the water slides. It's in the Monadnock region, which is like southwestern New Hampshire. It's probably about 25 miles from like Keene, Peterborough. It's in a it's kind of a secluded area, but you're not that far from everything else. It's a really fun time. It's Ted Larson puts that on. He's
he taught our first class.
Yeah, we took his class. He's really got us going, getting us up from we were at the bottom of the pack when we started doing KCBS. We took his class and our scores immediately jumped up.
We got our first call actually after taking Ted's class.
Yeah.
We took Ted's class and a couple weeks later we jumped into his contest and we got a call-in chicken. I almost cried.
Excuse me, we got 2 calls.
Oh, that's
we got
right,
a 5th place
did.
chicken and an 8th place ribs.
Oh, we got 2 calls.
Yeah.
That was our first 2 calls ever.
We won't talk about the other 2 categories, but we did get 2 calls that day, so it was a good day.
We're jumping into a new contest this year. We have something in Hartford, Connecticut, June 14th through the 16th, 14th, 15th. It's called the Hartford Rib Fest. It's not too far from some family of ours. We decided to jump in. We understand it's a family-friendly event. We like it when we can bring the kids if possible. We're going to try that out and see. It's in Hartford. It's not, maybe less than 2 hours, which is always a bonus. And the other thing is because we have family close by, if we needed anything, we could quickly call them. It's always nice to have that comfort zone for us. So we'll let you know more about that event after we're done with it. We'll figure it out. It seems pretty cool. They've been doing it for a couple of years, but they kind of jumped into the KCBS world. So we're going to support them on their new contest.
Plus, it's any excuse for me to wear my Hartford Whalers gear is always.
Yes, I'm sure you'll have your hat on.
Yeah. Okay, after that, our next event is in the middle of July. It is our the 2-day Northeast Barbecue Society, or NEBS, event. It's in Brookline, New Hampshire. It's for the Brookline Fire Department. I don't know how many people outside the area know, but in New Hampshire, I think most, if not all, outside of like the 3 bigger cities in New Hampshire have all volunteer fire departments. So this is one of the big fundraisers for Brookline, New Hampshire's fire department. It's a 2-day event. The first day is a grilling event. It's typically 4 categories.
These range. I mean, they haven't set the categories this year, but they could be a shrimp, a mystery, steak. It could be anything.
Yeah, sometimes there's an open beef category. There's dessert category. Sometimes they do chef's choice, where you can cook basically anything outside of the other 3 categories. It's right now it's really one of our only contests where we get to be like really creative, so it's kind of fun to do. Everything's cooked really quick. It's not like you have to cook anything overnight. That's kind of the fun part of grilling. So that's Saturday, and then on Sunday they have what they call a tailgating event, which is ribs and chicken wings. Plus, there's also typically a People's Choice wing category that day. And there's also a Kids Q event there. We don't know what the category is this year. Last year it was chicken. Our kids get to do that. Plus, there's other fun stuff going on. There's always bands. There's the Fireman's Muster, which local fire departments compete.
That's fun to watch.
Fire game, yeah. Every year we want to watch it, but every year it seems to coincide with when we're doing something else. But sometimes we're close enough where we can see across the field. Plus they do, last year they did a pie eating contest and a whole bunch of other things.
If you want to see what barbecue's about, this is truly the contest to go to. This is a near and dear passion to us on this contest because of a personal matter that happened at a contest. We love this. Cheryl and her crew.
They do a great job.
It makes everything worth it, and we will never, ever, ever miss this contest. It is 100% what barbecue is about across everywhere in the U.S. and Canada.
We show up Friday night. Friday night at Brookline is like my favorite night of the year. You get to see everybody walk around. Everybody's so friendly. It's like being in a campground. You know, there's music going on. There's adult beverages being passed around. It's just a blast. It's a fun time. It's like a vacation. It's just so anybody who goes to Brookline goes back. There are teams that they're not teams.
Brookline.
All they do is they cook Brookline every year, and it's just an excuse to go. It's so much fun.
It's literally called Brookline. It's the entity of Brookline.
Yeah, we'll probably try to film some stuff from there this year just to give you an idea of what it's like. You'll watch and go, gee, I really wish I had gone.
We then get a little bit of a break until the beginning of August. The beginning of August, the 3rd and the 4th, we are the closest contest we have. This year we're doing it a little bit differently. In the past, Tom and I have done it. It was our very first contest ever. But this year the boys are a little older. We're going to let them try their hands at wings and ribs. We're going to be there guiding them, but they know how to cook wings, and they're going to learn some ribs. They're going to learn how to wrap. They're going to learn how to do it. They're going to learn timing, set timers, when to pull things off. They're ready for this. It's a close one, so it's only a 1 day, and we can do it. There's an auxiliary category of steak and cranberries. Tom and I will probably grab that and let the kids help, but that doesn't count toward Grand Champion. So this is really the kids' first time to let it shine and see what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're going to bring their smoker, and they have a little Saturday from Humphreys, and they're going to let it go, and they're just going to roll with it. We're letting them go. We're letting them do rubs, whatever they want. Pat's pretty adamant about using smoking hog sauce from Billy. Billy is his idol, so we're going to go pretty much all smoking hog sauce. Judges, you're going to love it. And that's, Middleborough's fun because it's close. It's 20 minutes away. We could hang out with some friends, have some dinner.
It's the only contest where we get to sleep in our own beds.
Yes.
So it's kind of cool.
We get up at 5 a.m. to drive back over because we get a full night's sleep. It's great. Then, where are we headed?
Then after that, August 9th through 11th, we're up in Saco, Old Orchard Beach, Maine area. This is the Thrillin' and Grillin' at Aquaboggan. Aquaboggan Water Park, which is a really cool it's a place I used to go to when I was a kid. Water park, giant water slides, mini golf course, bumper boats, all that fun stuff. It's right in the middle of Maine, just south of Portland.
It's nice when we get a couple family members up there too. I have a lot of family in Maine, so they can pop in if they need to. It's nice to kind of be in an area you're comfortable with, like the grocery stores and the places to eat that are really good.
Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme.
But that one, that is a KCBS event as well. On the Sunday. They also have a little craft fair there where they have local vendors and stuff, so it's kind of cool places in the back parking lot of Aquaboggan. And all the leftover pork, definitely, and sometimes the other leftovers, all go to the local homeless veteran shelter. So that's a nice cause, and they put on a nice contest there. We had a blast doing it last year, so we're going back, and the kids enjoyed the water park.
Yeah. So. August 23rd to the 25th is probably the one we're most excited for other than Brookline. This is the Kora Cares Ride-In for Kids. It's a big barbecue contest in Harem, Maine, and it supports Shriners Hospital in Boston and Springfield. Though we are not a Shriners family, we've spent many times in a hospital that really, it was the focus of the family first. So for us, this event's important. I have spent over 2 years working with the Shriners on different fundraisers and different ideas to make this event go off. We got to see their kind of backyard event a few years ago. Yeah. And the second we walked in, we knew we were going to be back on whatever event they've done. Yeah. Chad and Nicole Humphreys and Brent Tangway and his wife Karen really have undertaken this contest and done an amazing job. They're going to have a steak cook-off, a kids queue, a motorcycle ride. If you ride, get on up there. It's an easy one. It's right near a campground, and it's at a fairground. So there's plenty of places to stay. Yep. The steak cook-off is going to be a great one to jump on if you're not sure.
Steak cook-off's on Saturday.
They provide the meat. For $150, they provide meat, and you can cook away. Just go.
And all you need is a grill. And you can cook on anything. You don't need to cook on charcoal. You've got a gas grill.
You can do propane. You can do wood.
You can do a George Foreman grill. Whatever you want.
Doesn't matter. Plug it in and go.
Exactly. There's power there. You just plug it in. set it and forget it.
It's one that if you're on the fence about joining or seeing any KCBS, do the Steak Cookoff the night before and jump in and do it, because it allows you to see everything in one place. And, you know, the whole crew that set this up is truly passionate about helping the kids. The kids queue gets to go back to the kids. It's everything. Again, it's a focus of barbecue. It's giving back.
Yeah, it's we're looking forward to it. This is the first time it's KCBS, the first time at the fairgrounds, so we're really looking forward to it.
I'm excited to see this go off. It's been a long time getting ready, and we're ready for it.
Definitely. Next contest after that, we get another little break at the end of September, 27th to the 29th. We are at the Ocean State Barbecue Championships, and that's at the Whispering Pines Campground in Hope Valley, Rhode Island.
We won't have Fred and the Anytime crew there, though. They won't be able to fit in with their campers, so we're kind of bummed about that. We'll miss Fred and the Anytime crew.
But again, this is the only KCBS contest in Rhode Island, so that again makes it a automatic qualifier for the Jack Daniels. So whoever wins that gets to punch their ticket to the Jack Daniels Barbecue Championship in Lynchburg, Tennessee. Again, Super Bowl of barbecue. So again, it attracts a lot of teams. Last year, this was at a different campground. It was the first year that we had done it.
Yeah.
And we get to see a lot of new teams, which is always great. We love.
We were next to a new team last year. It was a lot of fun. We like helping the new teams.
Yeah, we love helping new teams. Almost everybody loves helping new teams. The great thing about new teams, and if you're on the fence, if you really want to get into it, jump into a contest. Chances are you're going to be next to a team that's done it before, and ask questions. We love it. We love asking questions. To be honest, I love being next to a new team because otherwise I get fidgety.
Yeah.
You know, I always like to be doing something. So, you know, if somebody answering questions keeps me from fiddling with things, and sometimes you just need to leave things alone for a little while. So
as a new team, you're going to forget things too, and some of the veteran teams have those items. The team we were next to didn't have bleach, and the contest organizers wanted to make sure they had bleach, so we ran over some bleach for them. We were helped out our first contest. Mick and Kim helped us out. They're from BBQ. They were really important to us. They actually gave us not only some help, but some really like trade tricks about lifting up your table, hanging up paper towels, just things to make it easier. And we're going to pay it forward too, because it's not easy to be a first-time team, but you want to keep going once you get there. So if we, be welcoming to first-time teams, and we definitely love it. We end our season in Greenfield, Mass on October 4th and 5th. Kelly and her crew for the rec department, I don't know how they do it. I work in the education field. Kelly's runs the after-school program, and those kids it's so hard to work with them at the end of the day. And then Kelly pulls off this huge event in the middle of October. This year it's at the beginning of October. And it's a fun time for adults. It's music, it's beer, and it's a fun fundraiser for them. But they're running around. I don't know how they do it. Kelly and her crew, we're thankful for them. It's a great way to end our season. Fall foliage in Western Mass is one of the most beautiful sights you'll see, and it's also one of the times right before the Jack that everybody can get together and kind of wish everybody else good luck as they send off.
The teams that are going to the Jack, and they get to do a little bit of a practice. It's a tune-up for them for the Jack. For the rest of us, we get to measure ourselves against stuff that's going to the Jack, so that's always good. This is at a fairgrounds again, like the Kora ride. So power's provided, and the cool thing about this fairgrounds is that there's a big horse track, and you'll see the horses running there. Go to that run. They don't obviously have the races there, but they practice there. So it's kind of cool to watch the horses run around.
And the kids like to go over and run over and watch them, and the riders are pretty cool and say hi. The event itself is still one of the few that supports a charity around, that you want to make sure it still goes off. Kelly and her crew need this event to run so that they can help the kids that they support. It's an area that needs more support and play to kind of help with the after school activities to keep the kids busy. So, we want to make sure that we're there for Kelly and her group. That's pretty much our season. We're 3 SCAs, 3 NEBs, 9 KCBS with 15 events total. The kids get 3 kids queues, which is big. We don't have as many. I just stumbled across, there's an area that has 19 kids queues.
Wow.
19 kids queues.
19.
New England, we are slacking. We are slacking. We only have 3. What's going on up here? We need more. Every one of these contests should have a kids queue, and that's, you know, that's kind of our passion, because if the kids are with us, it's about barbecue. Most of our families that they're in barbecue bring kids.
Yeah.
It is a family-friendly atmosphere. So, you know, get out there, try it. Middleborough's a close one for our local friends. Try Middleborough. It's quick and easy. We'll see you out there.
Yeah, if you ever want to know what's going on, you know, come to any of these events. They'll all be posted. Message us if you want to see what's going on. If you want to shadow a team, if you want to just hang out, you know, see the equipment, see whatever. Just come by T-Bone Barbecue. We've always got our banner out. We're easy to spot because we're the only ones with a big white wheelchair van with a bunch of stickers in the back of it.
You come if you come, we will let you run the lift. Everybody likes to run the lift.
Oh, it's fun to run the lift.
His boss did that. His boss came to a contest just to run the lift.
Yeah.
So come on out and you know, subscribe to our channel, and you'll find more about our events. Thank you.
Thank you.